For DailyWildcat.com, I'm Nicole Dimtsios. We're here live at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, where the Arizona Wildcats have just been defeated 36-10 by the Oklahoma State Cowboys. In a game that seemed to be over before it even started, the Wildcats fell in their second straight bowl appearance.
It's disappointing we didn't play better, in back-to-back bowl games, but we lost to two really good football teams. There are no excuses. They played better than we were. They're a better team than we were tonight, and it's disappointing. I just know we're better than the way we've played here of late, and for whatever reason we're not playing. We didn't finish very strong.
Here with me is Mike Schmitz. Mike, what was your take on the game?
Like you said, Nicole, this game was over before it even started. When we were on the river walk earlier, when we first got here, you could just see the Cowboys fans. The orange and black everywhere, the chants of orange power, orange power. There was basically no showing of Cardinal and Navy, and the Wildcats played like it. When they first trotted onto the field, there was basically no reception from the fans, and it showed throughout the entire game. From the second that Bug Right muffed that fumble after they got a quick stop, it was over. I mean, they showed no life, and they just weren't in it. Nick Foles was as bad as I've seen him ever as a Wildcat. He hadn't had 3 interceptions since October 24th last year against UCLA. It was the only time in his career that happened. He was just missing receivers left and right. It was a big game for him. He was playing an hour and a half away from home. There were 9 NFL scouts sitting right behind us in the press box. I mean, this was a huge game, huge magnitude for him. He didn't show up. The Wildcats didn't show up as an entity, and I mean, the scoreboard showed it.
Arizona's defense certainly was able to kind of hold back the Cowboys a little more than expected, especially with Justin Blackmon. He did finish with 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards again. But in a game where we knew that OSU was going to put up points, how do you think the defense fared?
I think the defense, like you said, played pretty well. I mean, when there wasn't a turnover, they got stops. They had quite a few 3-and-outs. They forced quite a few punts, which we didn't really see toward the end of the season. So they improved there, but the offense was just so bad that they couldn't really get it together as a team. Those 3 turnovers, the 2 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, I mean, that killed them. You can't really get behind and expect to win against the nation's top offense. Justin Blackmon was as advertised, and again, Arizona fell in a big game. They've shown that they can't really compete all that well in big games between this, the Holiday Bowl, and you have to kind of question Mike Stoops' job moving forward. I mean, he's a guy who's brought this program forward in the last 7 years, but not being able to win big games like this and just really not showing up at all, losing by 26 in your first ever Alamo Bowl appearance is really disheartening. So you question that, losing 5 games in a row they haven't won a game since October 30th when we were at the Rose Bowl. I mean, you just kind of have to question his job, how the Wildcats are playing. Very sour ending to a very ugly season that could have been a lot of things.
Like you mentioned, head coach Mike Stoops said that they needed to reevaluate their philosophy and kind of examine where they're at as a team. Here's what he had to say after the game.
It's hard to say. Obviously, we're not there yet. There's still a lot of room for improvement in a lot of different areas, and so we have to reevaluate all aspects of our program, coaching, philosophy, personnel, and that's obviously the most important part. It's unfortunate. I don't think our kids. I thought we prepared well and it should have played better than we did.
Signing off from San Antonio, Texas, I'm Nicole Dimtsios for DailyWildcat.com.